Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the CMA Show. My name is Devansh Gulabwani, and in this episode, we're going to talk about why most people fail the US CMA exams. So, it's not because these people weren't prepared, they were prepared. They gave mock test, they score good, they practiced essays as well, they practiced MCQs quite well. The thing is, most people fail USCMA exam because of fear of failure. Now, this fear of failure, how come this fear of failure affected them that they failed them? So, what happens basically is when you are all prepared, okay, when you believe, when you're confident, and all that. But the thing is, when you are taking the final test, you have a computer screen in front of you, you have keyboard, and you have mouse. And on the screen, you have questions, you have these big, lengthy questions, and time is running. So, your mind is constantly like, is not calm, you're not calm enough to read it properly, to read the question properly. So in rush, what you do is you read question inaccurately, and even if you read the question accurately, you don't read the options accurately. And as a result, what happens is you choose the wrong option. You select the wrong option as your answer. And that's the process that continues with most question, with all the questions. Just because you are afraid, you are feeling very anxious when you see the time is running and you have this question, you want to solve it quickly, you don't want to miss anything, you want to do it right. But when rushing up, you do that, you select wrong option, even though the question was very easy, even though you could solve question very accurately, very precisely. But due to fear of losing time, due to fear of doing it incorrectly, you do it incorrectly. I can understand. I can understand that feeling. I have been there. The best thing for you to do is relax. I know time is running. We have limited time. We want to solve it. आई नो आई हैव बिन देयर, मेरे साथ भी हुआ है. कुछ ऐसे क्वेश्चन आ गए थे जिन्हें देख के मैं समझ नहीं पा रहा था कि भाई चाहता क्या है ये क्वेश्चन मेरे से. तो मैंने ज़्यादा इस क्वेश्चन को ध्यान नहीं दिया. व्हाट आई डिड इज आई डू इट लेटर, let me look at other questions. Okay, if another question is like that, again another question. ऐसे करते 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 what you do is you solve the questions that you believe you can solve, you can do it right. One liner question, or the practical question that you can solve, you believe you can solve, you are confident with these questions, you do these questions. Okay, so when you are left with these questions, the lengthier questions or the questions that you don't feel like you could do it right, or you are unable to understand these questions, then you do these questions after solving the questions that you believe that you can do right, and these one liner questions. After solving all of these questions, you pick up the questions that are quite, that seem difficult to you. That's what you need to do. So the thing is, that's the only way, that's the only approach when you are sitting for the final examination. And there will always be some questions, there will always be some questions that you are not confident about, and these questions, some of them you are unable to understand. Don't worry, okay? Leave these questions for last. And you see, when you have just 15 minutes left or 20 minutes left, do not try to solve any question. Okay, last 20 minutes you should just randomly select the options and go for it. That's what needs to be done for last 20 minutes. Okay, if you will give 20 minutes, if you will use these 20 minutes solving a question or reading the question, then chances are you will end up missing the other questions that you've left for solving or doing. So don't try to solve any question at last 20 minutes unless it's just one question or two question, or few, very few questions, like three or four, and you have 20 minutes. You could try solving these questions. You have 20 minutes. 20 minutes is enough for four questions, more than enough. But if you are left with 15 questions or 10 questions and you have last 20 minutes, just select these questions randomly. Okay, and if you believe that even after selecting randomly you will be left with 5 minutes, flag a question that you believe you can solve this question, but you need time with this question. So flag that question. Okay, so suppose you have flagged this question and you have left with last 5 minutes. Try solving this question. You have selected it but flagged it. It's not gonna go like undone. You have selected it and you have extra 5 minutes, not extra, but you have 5 minutes. So you can try solving this question. Agar nahi bhi solve kar paye, you have selected the option otherwise. So yeah, that should be the approach for you. Okay, so that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching it till here. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who's preparing for the U.S. CMA exams, like your friend or anyone else. Thank you so much for watching it till here. I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you.